Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us again on another Too Opinionated, where today I'm joined by actor, model, writer, director, Jill of all trades, Gia Skova. So, welcome, Gia.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, I was so happy that you decided to do the show. This is a big day. We've been watching your new movie that just recently came out, The Serpent. It's terrific, and you were so much fun in it. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much because people like you, I really, really need these people like you because when you just started, this is basically my first directing. And when you're starting, it's like a baby, like you don't know how it will be, like what will born. You don't know if you want to relate it or not, but you cannot not relate it because it's your baby.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
glad that you liked it.
Yeah, so if someone doesn't like it, does it hurt your feelings or do you get defensive?
Ah, so the thing is, what I told myself, and this is in general on all
Yeah.
careers, because the thing is, like when you manufacture something like furniture, right? So you manufacture furniture, you're selling, and you don't see who is buying it. But here is my face, and that's all my like business in whole my
Right.
life. But I'm showing my face, right? I am like a standing in the first raw for my product, and I always say this: it's always will be the haters because they showing how they love you through the hate. And I
Right.
said, okay, so it means they love me anyway.
That's a pretty good way to look at
Thank you.
it, I think. So let's start here. So you had a really successful career as a model at a pretty early age. So what made you want to kind of move into acting from that? Because you had a career that a lot of people would say, well, that's the perfect career, but you
Thank you.
decided to kind of push yourself and go into acting, writing, directing. What caused that?
Yeah, so it's a very funny story. I never choose to be a model, never in whole my life.
Me
So I was
either.
exactly, I was always like, I was a very young age, and I came like my family basically, like I grew up with my grandparents, and
Yeah.
we kind of like in the early age I lost my parents, and basically I always kind of try to help like my grandparents and to be like
Sure.
I'm working and do something like. And I very good in drawing, and my drawing is like nobody liked my drawing because it was not really kind of drawing, like what is that. And it was like a storybook thing. And I said once I looked at the magazine, like a kids magazine, said like this is what I'm drawing, this is the like story basically. And I came to this magazine because they were looking for the artist. And I
Yeah.
came to the magazine and they said, okay, like, how old are you? And I said, like 10 years old. And they said, we cannot hire you. You are too young. You don't have like a documents, nothing. And I said, okay. And I was waiting in this reception because she said, like, okay, wait a little bit. And after that, in the hallway was like a CEO or something of the Kodak magazine. And he said, look at this girl. You cannot find the girl, whatever feature they want to look at. This is the girl. And that was become my first cover in the magazine. And that's how my like, and all this is idea, like what I'm drawing. After that, like in 6 years only, I was in a big advertising campaign.
Yeah.
And there was, of
Yeah.
course, a model there. And it was, I walked there and it was just like a little movie. And I came to the director camera and said, oh my God, this is what I want to do. And after that, I saw the storyboard on the set. And I said,
Yeah.
that's what I'm drawing. This is the name for that. And that's how basically I understand what I want to do in my life, what like my kind of passion, because the director's view is a very kind of a interesting view. And
Yeah.
I other people see it the same, but not really. You kind of see the stories all the time and you can join them. You can see the angle of the camera and all this kind of interesting point, like of the emotions, you putting that through the, like a lot of things basically through the light.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I become like when I was 16 years old, basically, I kind of like definitely understand what I want to be like when I kind of grew
Yeah.
up. But on
That makes sense.
yeah, so yeah, that's how I basically started my modeling career. If I answer the question.
That makes complete sense because you were so young, you were still figuring out kind of what you wanted to do, but just so happened you had kind of a career while you were doing it.
Exactly. When I was 16, I didn't have any problem. Like the contracts, Italy, China, like I had all these doors, opportunity open for me because my name, in Italy, I got nickname. I had like they told me like a mini Kate Moss or little Kate Moss, something like that, because I was super tiny, very small. And they said like this is a like a mini Kate Moss, like something like that.
That's not a bad, if you got to be compared to somebody or
Exactly.
not terrible. So you were born in Russia.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then got to travel with the modeling, and then eventually you made your way over to the States. How many languages do you speak?
To be honest, probably the most amazing, I speak Russian.
Well, of course.
Yes, but this is not, Russian is not my native language because I'm Tatar. It's a very
Okay.
good, yeah, so it's like a kind of, in Russia we have 52 different culture,
Right.
and each culture have their own language, and like basically inside the country a lot of like little kind of a culture live. So Tatar is my first language, and the Russian is basically kind of a speaking language. I went to
Right.
school that speak Russian, etc. English, of course.
Yeah.
When I came to United States, I thought that I know English, but that was absolutely not like this, because people speak your American English, and when you live in Europe, everybody speaks kind of like second language English, and
Right.
everybody understand each other, and that's like like very small vocabulary, very easy to understand. So I remember my first audition, and the agent, it was on the phone, he put on the voicemail, and he put like a address, how I'm supposed to look, what's that, etc., etc., all information on the phone. And I was like listening maybe like 20 times just to understand where I have to go and what time. That was my language, like the level of language 10 years ago when I came here. And I speak a little bit of Italian because I came to Italy when I was young. Right. I was living in family, so basically that kind of helped me a little bit. And by the way, like I love Italy, like Italian culture, language, food, everything. So that's like one of my favorite place. So and not long time ago, I was in Mexico, and I realized that it's really kind of easy to catch what they say.
Yeah.
So very, very like easy language. So that's probably on the list of what I would like to learn.
That's kind of amazing. So if you know one of the I don't know what you've Qatar, and you know Russian, but there's like all these other ones that you don't know. So if you're traveling over there, is it kind of like going to, even though they're close together, it's like going to a completely different country just because of the language barrier?
I'm not finding that. I don't have that problem. And this is like what I would like to share with the audience. Never afraid of the new thing. So that when you kind of step into the new thing and you don't know what it will be, afraidness come, like kind of like you're afraid what will happen.
Right.
But when you will have this kind of feeling, usually this is the right moment. You have to step into this future because it will be a lot of fun stuff there.
Yeah, that's terrific. I think it's interesting that at 10 years old, you're drawing at the time what's kind of like a comic book type of characters, and because you were too young, you ended up being a model, where if you had went in at 18 instead of 10, you may have ended up being an artist and writing, and drawing for a book. But because you were younger, you became a model, and then eventually that led to where you're seeing storyboards, and you're like, there you go. That's what I want to do. That's a great story.
Thank you.
So when I know you did some work out of the U.S., but what was your first role once you came here?
So it's I did a TV show.
Yeah.
It was a pilot TV show which been picked up, whatever, because I just did pilot part. So it was something about 4 young women, and it's a comedy show. And basically, when I got to the audition, so I kind of like learned these lines, and it was so many kind of misunderstanding because it was slang and like different like kind of things I kind of didn't understand really 100%, but I learned it, make it really funny, came to the casting and like did this like a audition. And after that they start asking me questions, and the easy question I understand and I answer, and after that I didn't get the question and I just said yes. And the one of the person catch like, do you understand English? Like he tried, but I didn't really got it. And after that, it was one of the lead role or something, and they said like, we definitely cannot take her to the lead role because she's not really in English. And it was my 10th day in United States.
Oh wow.
And basically, but they called back and they said, okay, we're so impressed of her work and we really want her to do a role, but like we will just, it will be a different role, like a Russian doctor or something. So in from that day, 10 days, like basically same months, I was already on the show, a pilot show, and we were doing this pilot show with a huge like production, a big truck. So it's like, it was just amazing. And I said like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. And so that was my first role. And not long time ago, I spoke with the producer because he was like kind of congratulating me on the movie, etc. And he was just impressed because he said like, I knew that this is definitely something.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's terrific. I mean, did they have someone to help you with the language on set, or were you just having to figure it out?
Of course, it's always it's like my kind of a technology. So always, if I don't know how to say something or how to pronounce, or like I always ask people. So I like people. I love people. I like to speak with people, and I like to ask help people, or if they ask me. So it's just this level of communication helped me in all my life. I never like get lost in any roads in any country.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I need to travel with you because I'm constantly lost.
Very good.
If it's a right turn, I take a left turn. Always. It never fails. My instincts are terrible.
And I always tell myself, in this world, more like good people rather than the bad people.
That's
and
right.
I'm always meeting good people. So when you have that kind of like a wish for yourself, you meet these people. That's how it's worked.
Yeah, I love that. And it's absolutely true. So when did you start writing?
I never start writing. I'm joking. So it's true or not. So as I mentioned before, I like to draw, and usually how it's happening. So I see like in my mind different like characters, and they become alive. And to see them and bring alive, I need to draw, and I need to draw what's happening and like some kind of like a nice environment or nice story, what's happening. So basically all words just start arriving to my mind, and after that I'm putting to the drawing. From the drawing, it's coming something as a story.
That's amazing.
So my script being written very unusual way.
Yeah.
Being first written, I can say like a basic storyboard pictures. And
Right.
from that, the dialogue and the scenes and all story kind of arrived. All my team, production team, been like, Gia, because it's a non-standard script. And we never put it non-standard script till almost till the end of the movie, because we use this storyboard with the explanation of each scene. So that's how it's been born. And that's how, like, I see this way, it's easier, because when I come with these pictures, I showed what I want. Okay, so the camera angle should be here, the light, everything, costumes. And all departments can say, oh yes, that's where we're going. And that was very big reference. On the end of the production, my like assistant of director, he put it everything in the format of the script, because we registered the official script while we was in production, because like we should do legal way. So anyway, but that was like really funny. So because everybody was laughing, so we're shooting a movie without the script.
That's amazing. It's almost like it's kind of like improv, except they're not actually improvising. You kind of know what they're going to say. But that's I love that process. I've never heard of someone doing that before. It's really fascinating.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's funny that I really respect all the scripts which I read in my life, and or I've talked about these amazing writers. They're doing amazing job, because it's a process. It's so many steps. So I didn't do these steps. Like I was just like skipping all the steps because I just did just different way.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So did you do that as far as directing? Were you skipping a lot of steps, or did you actually, learn to direct from somewhere or someone?
No, I didn't do basically I never learned to be a director.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just I like to research myself. I like to study, read it. Basically, I kind of read myself about a lot of stuff, and I found something very amazing, something that I would like to keep for myself and like to use it on set. Something that I found like, oh, this is like, why they do this? It's like unbelievable. They're spending all this time for nothing. This will not work for me. So that's how it was. And of course, I've been on big sets. I had like a very small part on the Martin Scorsese movie, his production, and it was huge set.
Yeah.
Like a top stars were like different rules of unbelievable. And I found it was also experience, but I found for myself that every filmmaker can do it their own way, how they see it, because it's only one area in the whole world where we just don't have rules.
Yeah.
It's not surgery. You can do different way, or it's not this something like you have to make it this way, otherwise it will not work. So the movie art in general, you cannot put the rules, because if you are an artist, you see this way, and why maybe you should do, like you need to do this way instead of other.
Yeah, I like that. That's really good. That's really good. So is director Gia harder on actor Gia, or do you take it easy on yourself?
Basically, I like to say I'm an artist, and so in general, right? So it's just the things when I do something, I really like to put aesthetics and bring to the world. If I see something like a beautiful or something that very can be interested, that people will like or people will learn something for them, I would like to bring to the world and show it. I want to share it, like, oh, I'm watching this movie in my mind, so I want to show it to the people as well.
Well, for sure. So is that how the Serpent came about? Is that an idea that you kind of developed in your head, and then You're like, well, this is good enough. I need to make a movie out of it.
Basically, yes. I mean, the Serpent been. I have like my kind of people who believe in me before kind of have any background. So they chose this movie because it's an action and it can be like for the commercial wise, it can be like more stronger kind of rather than others because I have beautiful story and it's like on my plan to make it for sure. So let's say I have this amazing movie. It's like a kids adventure action movie. So all my movies is based on action.
Yeah.
And every time, like when you come to that, like let's say people who wanna be partners or something, it's like, this is like we're not ready yet. It's too big budget or this and that. So I always give the choices, like what kind of choices. So that was happened with Serpent. Serpent being chosen from the different projects because it's been small budget, easy to sell, a lot of actions, a lot of kind of like things that it will be like wow. So and so I'm glad that it's been chosen because I love to do stunts. So I do stunts myself, and I do this like with so much fun. And I said like, oh, this is fun, because it's like so many different scenes I can do. I can jump, I can fight, I can so that was kind of also I'm happy that was first basically project. It was easy to
well, and you were so good in it, and it was a believable character. It's a fun story, and there was a lot of action in it, so it was really well done. And you can see, so the Serpent, it's available now everywhere, right?
It's available on demand in United States, Canada, and United Kingdom. So because of all the situation in the world, it's coming like we showed in cinema a little bit here in United States. With the break, it will be after another kind of another part of the cinemas. In United Kingdom, digital already came, but it's coming cinema on the 9th of July. So it's like in Latin America, it's coming September. So it's like different part. In Japan,
it's rolling out. It's rolling out.
Yeah. So it's like a kind of everywhere for different time. Basically, it's not at once, which is fine. I mean, it's so many people in the world, and it doesn't matter. Like if they see like in the same time or a little bit in between. So
that's terrific. Well, Gia, this has been the best, and thank you so much for doing it. I've looked forward to talking with you for a while, so this has been fun. Before I let you go, is there anything else that you're working on that we can kind of look forward to?
So I have an amazing project which I've been involved just as an actress. It's a comedy. So I don't know, people kind of like trying to see me as a more kind of a comedy now. But it's the recipe, and it's an American production. So let's see. I think it would be.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out for that. Last thing, where can we find you on social media?
So my social media, and I'm very active, and I'm answering to people if they have whatever question. It's a Gia Skova Real. So that's my Instagram. I also on Facebook, Gia Skova, and Twitter, Gia Skova. So, and even I registered on TikTok as well, like a few months.
All right. Good for you.
Things on like it's not like a lot of stuff, but I kind of like started. Let's put this way.
Yeah, that's brave. Very good.
And Serpent have their own page on Instagram. It's called Serpent Film. We're putting there a lot of kind of funny moments, and we have a lot of different background of how we did Serpent. So it will be fill out. So if check it out when you have time.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, terrific. Okay, well, Gia, thank you so much again, and you have to come back when you get ready to do something new.
Of course, I will. And thank you so much for letting me be here. And I hope everyone will love Serpent and follow my work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know they're going to. Okay, hold on one second. So that was the talented Gia Skova. Terrific. So I rushed a little bit there at the end. I got to get better with my time management, but she's such an interesting individual, and I think it's fascinating that transition from being such a successful model and then moving into not just acting, but actually, her type of writing, her vision, and directing. That's amazing. That's amazing. So I probably took a little too long on those areas, but just a really fascinating person and talented. You can tell she's just very talented. Anyone that can bounce from country to country and understand and speak the languages, really talented person. So that was fun. Appreciate you guys coming back week after week and checking out the program. I know there's so much out there you can watch, listen to. We really appreciate that you take the time with us, and hopefully we're continuing to bring you fascinating, fun, exciting people. So thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please go to YouTube. Our channel is called Meisterkhan Pod. Please do us a favor and like and subscribe. That would help us out so much. You can find all 260 or so episodes, audio and video, on our website, meisterkhan.com. Please do yourself a favor. Check out Gia's new film, The Serpent. And while you're watching it, keep in mind that she's not only starring in it, but it's her idea. She's directing. Amazing. So definitely check that out. Until next time, bye, everybody.